Good morning and welcome back to another video. I'm Dave Keeffe, this is ABL Reselling, and man, you can tell it's been a couple of weeks since I've been out of the boot selling loop. It was a struggle getting up this morning for today's boot sales. We're going over to Berska this morning, and also I'm going to try and follow that up by hitting a brand new Chorley boot sale. First time I've been there. Don't know what to expect. I haven't heard anything about it, but I've got to give it a go. Very much looking forward to a coffee infusion first though. Let's get rocking and rolling and see what Berska has to offer. How much are your trainers, love? Apparel trainers?
£3 there, mate. Yeah. I'll have a look, see if I can find them. I'll have another video.
All those anyway.
I recognise you. Don't you do the blog?
Yeah, on YouTube, yeah.
Yeah, you're still doing it, yeah?
Yeah, I've not had one out for a couple of weeks, so I've been partying. Yeah, you know. You got to have downtime, haven't you?
Yeah, well that's it, you've got to, haven't you? They're nice as well, you know. See them? Doing them for £4, they should have been, if I remember rightly, they were like £100 trainers then. Yeah. And look, that's how much I pay for them just in there, see? Gotcha, yeah. So, do £4 on them if you want, just so that I can turn stuff over.
What, Spira? I've never heard of Spira before.
I know.
Let's have a check them out.
Yeah, have a little check.
Yeah, cheers, bud.
How you doing, Dave? You alright?
Morning, boss.
How are you? Abandoned this car boat?
No, never.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the guy said to me when I was buying them that they're at like 80 to £100, but you know, I never checked, so I'm not bothered.
Yeah.
Good morning, Mr. Dave.
Morning, sir. How are you?
For a while, mate. You all right?
What's your name?
Mike.
Nice to meet you,
Nice to meet you, pal. You all right?
Good to see you.
Yeah. I thought I'd bump into you one of these times.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I mean, it's nice, but I can't get around a boot sale these days.
I bet. I'm not going to get in your way, don't worry.
I don't mind. Honestly, I don't mind. I absolutely killed it yesterday as well, so today's all a Brucey bonus.
Nice one. Yeah, I was out myself yesterday as well, but City Airport.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, have a good day. Cheers, pal. Ta-da.
Says you want to keep this. He says you want to keep this.
What's the story with your MacBook?
Fully working.
Yeah.
Just a case of the lid was a little bit loose because when we bought it, it was like this already. It's just a little. See, you can see there's like a crack there. Yeah. What it is, it just makes the thing loose. But apart from that, it's perfect. It goes on everything.
You got the leads for it?
Got the leads for it, yeah.
How much you got on it?
How much you got on there? 80. So it's a 2009 or 2010 MacBook Air. It's got brand new hard drive in. We put a brand new hard drive in, so it'll have updated software in it as well.
It's the best workhorse.
Yeah. Well, that one's here, so if you're buying it, you'll have to say thank you to her.
No problem. I'm trying to find the A number.
Yeah, I'll be there.
A1465. That's what I was looking for.
Not having it now?
No, it's not for me, that one. Yeah, it's one of the older ones. They're always worth looking at though, because it is brilliant kit.
Yeah. Did you punch in to see how much they're worth? Because I think they're worth about 150, aren't they?
Yeah, 150 to 180, yeah.
I thought so. Sorry, what did you say?
What's on that one?
What do we want for the radio? I'll do a £5.
Have you got the power for it?
All it is, I think it's just a what's called, isn't it?
There's a DC.
Is it a DC?
There, yeah.
Oh, you got the lead that goes in?
We not bring that.
Not bring it?
No.
I'll have a look for you, okay?
Yeah, I'll definitely have it on that. Yeah, definitely. If you find a power for it. How much have you got in your skates?
5 each.
Would you do 8 for both pairs?
No, 5 each.
Yeah, no worries. You've got to ask it. it's
size
still
6 they are.
yeah, it's still cheap, but I'll go into automatic bartering mode, you know.
I know.
I can't help myself.
I bought them with the intention of taking it up again because I was dead good on them when I was 10.
Yeah.
And it wasn't quite the same.
Yeah. Well,
I killed myself.
best
so I'm not getting rid of
intentions,
them.
absolutely, yeah. I'm glad I'm not fitting it, so I'll be tempted to have a go. Have a good day, love.
It wasn't my best idea.
That's it, yeah. Have a good one. How much have you got on that?
Should be on the handle there. There.
All right.
All the things to that inside the box.
Brilliant.
The lead.
Yeah. Would you do 10 on it?
What's on it?
12?
Yeah, because I'm selling it. Most of that stuff goes to my nieces.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for my stuff come off his book.
All right. Oh yeah, there you go. It's the important bit anyway.
Yeah.
Charge lead. Oh, remote as well. That's a bonus.
There you go.
That's great. That. Cheers. Thank you. How much is your lamp? I'm just checking my polishing arm.
30p.
Yeah.
Legend. I can't say no. Would you take 50p for it? I'm really rubbish at bartering.
Well, no, we're really...
And how about the camera?
Let's see what's on that. What do you want this a little?
The camera,
Yeah.
£2.
Bargain.
Okay.
Lovely jubbly. I'm very, very, very glad I met you.
Well, there you go. Those nice and pleased people.
Dead cheap this time. They want to go home early.
Don't worry, the house moved. Yes.
Been in the shed for years, that's all.
Oh, I wish I'd have seen you before I bought that bloody hose reel last week. It's always the case, isn't it? Have a good day, folks.
Thank you.
Musical. Looks it, doesn't it? How much is it?
£1.
I can't turn it down. £1, can I? Sound. Cheers, man. Yeah. How much are your copper kettles?
That one's 10
Yeah.
and the other one's 7
Gotcha.
or 15 for the 2.
Yeah.
I'll come back down. I'm not going to manage it all in one go anyway.
Tom is still sticking it for me.
I'll take what I can now.
What have you got now, bud?
Father. Don't put this light on.
12.
Empty bag.
CD inside.
DVD.
Yeah. Cheers, man.
Cheers, mate.
Getting to the age now where every time I reach for something I have to make a noise. much is your card to get to Humanity, but? Do £2. It's probably the smallest thing I've bought today. Thanks for that.
Thank you very much for that.
Good morning.
Morning.
How much is your lamb?
15.
Thanks a lot for that.
All right, thank you.
See ya.
Bye.
Reproduction. How much are your sketches?
Can't know what to do sketches. But, for them brown ones? Yeah. Tenner.
Would you go 8?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. Are these the only ones you've got?
Yeah.
Yeah, no worries. Definitely need a bigger trolley.
We forgot our fucking stand, that's why. Can't believe it.
Oh, have you got a £5 note? I can sort you out with a bit of change here.
Hardly.
Oh, top notch. Thank you very much. Have a good day, ladies.
Yeah.
Would you do 20 on your tripod?
Do 25 best, so it's a good one that.
I was looking at, were you at Billsbury yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at
recognise you.
Yeah, I walked past this about
Yeah.
3 times.
Did you?
Yeah.
It's my wife, she said don't go lower than 25.
Fair
'cause
enough,
If not, she'll
yeah.
stick it on eBay.
I've had one before, but it was missing these are really expensive, the plastic feet
Oh,
to replace. So
Right.
yeah, we'll do 25.
Alright, cheers.
I don't want to get you in trouble.
Appreciate that. Yeah, I saw you there, I thought, I'm sure he was at Billsbury.
Yeah. Oh, I get about me. I'm a proper car boot tart.
There's nothing wrong with that. Get some bargains.
I need a bigger bloody trolley there, I know that much.
It's full already, isn't it?
Yeah. Let's see if I can add to the total.
There's some small camera bags there, quid. Interesting camera bags.
Not so much. I buy to resell,
okay.
and I've done really so well this last month or so for getting stuff in. So I like the vintage 35mm.
Right.
Well, I say I like them. The people who buy
People
off me
that buy
like
them.
them. Yeah. Would you do these 2 for a tenner?
Yeah, alright.
Sound.
Get rid of them bits of paper.
Cracking, cheers. Yeah, with stuff like this, it's hit and miss because you're buying from boot sales. You takes your chance, really, don't you? So 35 here. Yeah. I'll swing back. Have you more stuff to get out? I take it.
Yeah, but not photography stuff. That was sort of.
Oh, I'll look at anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really will. I might have some change for you actually, or part of it. Oh, there we go.
Brilliant.
Smashing.
Nice one. Appreciate that. Thank you. I might see you again then.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm going to empty my trolley and have another go round, I think.
£5 each for the irons and £10 for the.
How much are your lumps?
£5 for the pair.
I love them, but do you want to keep that? I don't want
I
this
couldn't
one,
get
no.
it off, so
Could you
I
not?
don't
Okay.
mind.
Because the lampshades are just a matter of taste. I can, because I buy to resell.
Right, okay.
So
yeah, no, I get that.
yeah, I managed to get it off anyway. They can be bloody fiddly, mind. Thank you.
Okay.
That's got the neck on it, hasn't it? Yeah.
Just that.
Oh goodness, no, it's too much hard work, that one.
Okay.
Thank you. Cheers. Have a good day.
Thanks, and you.
What have you got in your boots, bud?
What did it make?
There you go. Boots.
Them, 10 of them. Look, got a pair on.
Tidy. Very tidy.
Back of the yard.
Would you do 8 on them?
If you take the 2 or just having the 1?
Well, I know both of them. I'll fall over otherwise. Yeah, they're a blinding boot, that's for sure.
Yeah, Andy, lad.
Cheers, man.
There you go, mate.
Top man, cheers. Have a good one. How much is your box set, pal?
I was for 3 to 5 a week. Classic soprano.
Oh, I loved it.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I've watched it about 8 times.
Have you seen the film that his son did?
Yeah.
That's alright as well.
There's one as well here, something south, like a tree, you know, when it starts out.
Oh, right,
one
yeah,
on
yeah,
Sky,
yeah.
And that was alright as well.
Well, I think that's the one his son did,
Oh,
wasn't it?
sorry,
Yeah,
oh, that's the one then. Yeah, that's his son, yeah.
James Gandolfini's son played a younger
That's right.
Tony Soprano,
right,
yeah.
How he brought up.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, we'll do a $5 for that.
Go on. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Have a super day.
Cheers, sir.
Mate. 38. How much you got on them?
Snug 38, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah. And getting snugger as the years go on. Yeah. How much you got on them? Good on the gloves. Tenner for the two. Nice one. So, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Done at Berska. 1.5 trips around the field. 1.5 trolley loads full, and I was carrying stuff back to the car last time. What a great result. Even though I've had the tidal wave of stock, I'm still going to do that Limerick one because it's just new hunting grounds. I'm really intrigued to find out what is going on there. I could really do with a nap though. Oh my god, I'm so ready for a nap. It's a new boot sale, new to me. It's very tiny, but it looks very attractive. Don't think I'll be needing my trolley though. You don't know. We don't mind though. You don't know unless you go, do you?
Actually, paying that one. Thank you.
This isn't new on here, is it, as well?
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, that's CCTV. Is it new or just
Brand new. The only reason I'm not using it is because he's ordered white and he wants black to go out
Oh,
to it.
right, fair enough,
so
yeah.
that's all it is. It's never even been opened, I don't think.
How much have you got on it?
40. It was 80.
Yeah.
But he'd probably take less.
Yeah.
Like I say, I don't even think it's been opened. But it's just the colour.
Yeah. No,
Right,
it's got to be right, hasn't it? Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
but
got Do you know what? I'm with him there. It's got to be right.
even though windowsills and that, he painted black.
Yeah.
I thought, well, why would you sit and order a bloody white? And I'm not to say out.
No, that's it. It's best not to.
Yeah.
Well, like I say, you don't know until you turn up. I think for this boot sale to take off, it's going to need a lot more advertising. There's not much competition in Chorley. It's only 3.5 miles away from my house, so it's great if I'm coming back from Bolton, say. But I think it might be a bit too close to the Bolton boot sale to get really big. Hopefully though, they'll get some advertising sorted and grow this place because it's another site. Okie dokie people, let's get everything home, take you through what I picked up, let you know how much it's getting listed for. I am definitely going to be having a nap, but due to the magic of editing, I'll see you in a minute.
Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice.
Back at the homestead now, and it's been a tremendous weekend overall. No complaints, the perfect mixture of amazing weather, lots to go out at the boot sales, and meeting some lovely people as well, which is always a very nice thing to do. Okay, let's get into the haul. Total spent today was £160, and for that I got exactly 20 items. Nice round figure, much like my own. You guys know the score, strap the GoPro to my head, and let's get into it. How about this for a varied selection? And first out of the gate today, you guys will know that I pick up vintage Christmas decorations all the way through the year. And this is just lovely. It appears to be fibre optic inside as well and musical. It's old steel. definitely a vintage thing, but I mean, the battery compartment may tell a different story. I haven't had it open just yet to test it. But even as an ornament, without it actually working, it'll still bring me my money back. All through the year picking up vintage stuff. In fact, I've sold sheepskin jackets in the middle of June. I've sold Christmas decorations early August. So be looking out for this kind of stuff all year round. Not so much the new stuff, the mass produced, all that kind of stuff. If it's quirky, interesting, well made and vintage, then definitely pick it up. Of course, as long as you're not paying very much for it. It's not really something that you can check comps on because it's subjective. In instances like this, I always say if I think it looks lovely or cool or quirky or anything like that, then I'll pick it up if it doesn't cost very much, because somebody else out there on the internet will think the same as you do. So listing value on this really nice train, I'm going to start off today's proceedings with a listing value of £35. Now I'm picking up lamps and they're going out as fast as I'm listing them at the minute, particularly this style of Corinthian con lamps. These are vintage, but not sort of like, they're not really old. They're sort of like on the fence, vintage and retro kind of style, because they're the BHS. Going off the condition and the markings and the fittings, probably looking at around about the 80s. As I've mentioned before, they usually sell better. In fact, they almost always sell better in pairs as opposed to individually, but I certainly would look at them individually as well, and they'll be getting sold as a pair. I'm going to stick my neck out on these as well, because I'm getting between 35, 45 at the moment for a pair of this type brass lamps. Because they're going out so quick, I'm just going to up it to 50 quid, put a listing value of £50 on them. I've no reason to suspect that they won't sell at that as well. I kind of think there's a lot of temptation on eBay to undercut comps all the time, and what you end up with is a race to the bottom on price for the same products. If you do a better job of listing, better title, better description, better pictures, then you can command that extra confidence in your items and they will sell for more. Now I'm going to need some advice off you lovely people on these quad roller skates. I'm always picking up these are SFR roller skates, which are a great brand. I'll even pick up retro looking quad roller skates as long as they're adults and as long as they are well made. Not really fussed on brand, if I'm honest. But the advice I need from you guys is, I mean, obviously it's impossible to stick these in the washing machine unless I want a new bloody washing machine. So if you guys can give me a hint and tip on how to successfully clean up the fabric on these roller skates, I'll be eternally grateful. Hit me up in the comments of this video if you will, please. Thank you very much, lovely people. Lady wasn't for budging on the price on these, but I was just going through the motions, if I'm honest. She gave me a really fair price, but you know me, I'm always about the bartering. Because of the style, brand, and when I clean them up, the condition, I'm going to put a listing value of £30 each on these. Some good quality boots. These are Haix boots, Haix. Really well made. Not entirely sure if they were British military issue. I know Altberg is more synonymous with being army issued. I'm not sure if Haix were. I could be wrong. These were issued, if they were, way after my time anyway. Exceptional condition. They don't look like they've been worn any more than once or twice. Size 6 are not too far off the money as far as a decent average size is concerned. Listing value on those, £45. At the back there's a price tag of £12 on it. I paid a tenner for it. This is the Sony RDP X200 IPN. It's obviously a speaker dock. It is the newer connection as well, the lightning connection, rather than the old 30-pin ones, which I've completely stopped picking up now. It's in really good condition. The box, obviously, it's in its original box. It's got its power cable in there, and also a remote, which is a good selling point. They often get lost. Listing value on that dock, a comfortable £35. I may revise that up a bit. They're not going for mega bucks anymore, this type of stuff. I suspect because of the introduction of smart speakers and the like. Now, this brass bank is like, I actually looked at it, I was questioning myself, do I really want the effort putting into polishing it? Because these quite often get damaged. You have to watch the shape of them because it's quite thin brass and they do get out of shape, which can be a bit of a nightmare when it comes to listing and make it not worthwhile picking up. But I know the value in these lamps, so I did ask the price, and when the chap said 30p, I thought I'm going to have to give him more money than that. Clearly I was going to take it, and clearly I was quite happy putting the elbow grease into polishing it up at that kind of margin. So I think I gave him 50p instead of 30p. And then, to be honest with you, I did actually feel a bit guilty about that as well, which is very, very unlike me. I've sold loads of this exact lamp in the past, and the listing value on this one is £30. I did actually see a brass banker's lamp with a green glass hood a little bit later on in the day, but that was a modern reproduction. I think I mentioned it in the video, that's why I left that one. If you can get a vintage one of those, then you're looking £50–60. They come in varying sizes, and even the small ones go for very strong money. Of course, you've got to weigh that against the fact that there's an increased chance of breakage in postage, because whereas this one has a brass hood, they have glass hood. To be a bit crass about it, if you've got the balls to put the effort into doing a decent job of packing stuff up, then you can get the margin out of the deal. Hindsight tells me I shouldn't have picked up these Skechers. Skechers are brilliant trainers. I love how comfy they are. But the first thing to check on them are the soles, because they're so soft. The soles on them wear out very, very quickly. I'd say there is some wear to these soles, but they are acceptable. But a couple of points that's kind of made me question my decision. In the heel of both, there's a small hole, and on the toe, there's a bit of excessive wear. So I always take a picture from the front of the shoe and on top of the shoe, just to sort of like emphasize a condition, and that's going to affect how good my pictures look. I might be being a little bit overcritical here. I have lowered my listing value estimation going on the condition, and I'm going to stick them on for £10. I think everybody knows about circulation machines now. This is a very much a lesser known brand. This is New Life. I don't think there's any comps for it at all, but it looks almost identical to the Bodytech ones, which you've seen me pick up a load of times. The Bodytech ones consistently getting around the £50 mark for. I'm gonna take a bit of a stab in the dark on this one. If I'm perfectly honest, I did actually think it was a Bodytech one because they're identical in most respects, if not all. So I'm going to put a tentative listing value of £30 on this one. I was never in a million years going to pick up the power cable that came with it. It was just smashed to bits. I mean, anyway, house clearance staff, they all get chucked about in the back of the van. This may even well turn out to be not working. The reason I made the decision to pick it up, because if it does work, it's a decent flip, and it's a 12-volt adapter, and I know I've got quite a number of 12-volt adapters in. If it was an obscure voltage, then I would have left this well alone. Bit of banter with the ladies on this trumpet, which is always nice to do with sellers. This trumpet by Mirage is in excellent condition. If you're picking up brass instruments of any description, always check how freely the valves move. They need to be freely moving, because quite often over time they'll seize up and they're just a nightmare, an absolute nightmare. In fact, so much so, if you remember a while ago, I picked up a tenor horn. It turned out one of the valves were seized. I did try and do it myself, but ended up wrecking it. So it wasn't a complete waste, because I sold the case quite successfully. I think I paid a £5 for the horn. The case I sold for 30 quid. The mouthpiece I sold for a tenner, and I donated the horn to be used as a quirky plant pot. Anyway, back to this one. Brass instruments are brilliant. In my last video, you'll listen, I picked up a saxophone. Be a good return on that one. And there'll be an even better return on this one, margin-wise, because the listing value I'm going to put on it is £100. There are a couple of comps that are lower than that, but this one has got a case, it's got a decent mouthpiece. I used to play trumpets and cornets myself donkeys years ago, and it's got a decent mouthpiece with this, which is a good selling point. One of the few DVD box sets that's worth picking up. This is the complete Sopranos DVD box set. There's a couple of different versions of this. This one, believe it or not, it fetches a higher premium. I have no idea why. A higher premium than the other one, which is in sort of like a black and grey box. This one is black and red. If anybody, I doubt any of you have missed it, but if anybody hasn't seen The Sopranos, definitely worth checking out if you're into your mafia type stories. It is fantastic. I mean, we're not talking staggering value, but the listing value I'm going to put on that is £25. Now, it wouldn't be me if I wouldn't pick up any bike gear from the boot sales, and a couple of really, really nice items here. First up, some leather and textile Reselling bike trousers. Really good brand, Reselling. These pants are a decent size as well. I think they're a 2XL. Yep, 2XL. Very good condition. Zips are okay. I'm pretty confident that it should have knee armour and hip armour, neither of which are present. So that's going to affect the value slightly, but there has got a removable lining. So that'll offset the balance, I suppose. With bike gear, if it's a decent brand, trousers will fetch a decent premium. If it's not a decent brand, forget it. I suppose you could say that about most items really, but obviously you want your backside in some decent quality pants if you're sliding down the road. Believe you me. Been there, done that. Listing value on these pants, £45. Brand to watch out for in bike gear, Alpine Stars. That's the logo just there. All bike gloves fetch a reasonable money if you're paying very little for it. They can range from bread and butter for the more obscure brands to decent kind of values for brands like Alpine Stars and the like. These have got hard armour on, hard carbon armour. Good size too. It's always in just inside the cuff. This is a size large. And believe it or not, because of the brand and the condition and the style, a listing value on those is £35. When you're looking at them as well though, always be checking in between the fingers and the palm and the thumb, because that's where the wear happens, particularly between the wear and the thumb. You're checking for holes. These are, you can tell the difference between summer gloves and winter gloves. I'm stating the obvious here. These are feel very, very thin, nice and cool for riding in the summer months, and obviously the winter ones are a lot thicker. Only the second time I've ever picked up one of these tripods. It's a Benbow heavy duty tripod. These are substantial items. Obviously a bit of a pain in the chuff to pack, to be honest, because of the size and weight and dimensions of them. Generally speaking, what I'll do is bubble wrap them and then roll them in cardboard and cap off the ends. Usually does the trick. I mean, you're not talking ridiculous courier prices because it's not too long. Definitely worthwhile watching out for, particularly if the price tag is quite low. One thing to note on these though, they've got unusual pointy feet, which on some of the models come off quite easily, and they're quite expensive to replace. I mean, they're only plastic caps, but for a set you're probably looking at about 35 quid to replace, so make sure they're present. This one has got a nice bag with it as well, with shoulder straps, etc. It's got a bit of wear to it, but it's present, so not too fussed about that. Seriously professional bit of kit. The model on this is the Benbow 1, and the listing value I'm going to put on it is £80. Had a wry smile when I saw these because they're brand spanking new in the box, still with their tags. These are Skechers Gogomat Arch men's slip-on shoes. The listing value I'm going to put on them is £45. There are comps higher than that, so when I come to listing it, I might up that a bit. But for the video, £45. Nice bread and butter pickup now, Cards Against Humanity. If you've never played this game and you've got a broad sense of humour, get it, get a couple of bottles of wine in, get a couple of friends round and play it. I guarantee you'll need new underwear. You'll just wet them. Second hand, you only need to really be paying a couple of quid for these, which is exactly what I did. Listing value on it is £16. I don't think they're really expensive brand new. I think they're around about the £25 mark, brand spanking. But it's such a popular game, it's worthwhile picking up. Two Canon AF7 35mm cameras now. They're different ages, that's why they look different. Always a good sign if manufacturers make subsequent versions of the same model, means it's a popular camera. Nothing staggering though, but 35mm cameras have been very, very good to me. Listing value on those is £25 each. and there isn't really much in it as far as a value because of the different age of them as well. What there is more value in is this Olympus AF10 Mini. Again, 35mm camera. It actually doesn't quite look as fancy as the other two, but Olympus are a good brand to watch out for. Obviously, you're all aware now, I'm sure, of the Muri 2s and the Muri range, which fetch very, very good money indeed. But don't ignore the more basic ones. Obviously, I'm going to state the obvious here. Obviously, check the comps every single time just to make sure, for your own peace of mind, do your due diligence. But if you do check, you will come across surprising pearls like this, because the listing on this Olympus AF10 Mini is £50. Last one today, and to be honest with you, I was a bit charmed by the lovely lady who was selling, if I'm honest. This jacket smells lovely. It's really clean, good condition. It's got some lining bleed that you do get with quilted stuff from time to time. I'm not fussed about that at all, because I've got a little de-bobbler, only a couple of quid on eBay, and it's been absolutely brilliant. You just rake it all off, comes away, you'll never know it's there. The model on this is a Barber Beacon. I don't think I've come across a Barber Beacon before, so I did definitely check the comps. The quilted jackets don't fetch a lot of money. I mean, I picked up, in my last video, I picked up a couple of Barber wax jackets, which do fetch good money because of the condition and the size and the fact it smells lovely and the fact that I'm in a really good mood. I'm going to put a listing value on this quilted jacket at £35. Certainly been a good weekend at the office this weekend. Now, I know together we've covered a few miles today, and if there is anything that I missed as I've been going around, hit me up in the comment section below. It's a great education for me. I know I've done it myself in the past and watching other people's videos, pointed and saying, it's there, check it out. And it gets walked past. I do the same thing, you know it. So hit me up in the comments if you spotted anything. Tell me what I need to be looking out for. Now, I'm absolutely confident you guys have smashed it this weekend as well. I certainly hope you have. If you've got any value or entertainment out of this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. Helps me to help more people, hopefully not to make the cock-ups that I make, and hopefully to benefit from my experience. I'm very confident you guys have already subscribed, because you're dead savvy and beautiful and talented and intelligent, witty people. I can tell. I can see you there. I can tell. If you haven't though, please consider hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell. I'll let you know next time I post a video up. This is where I sign off in my customary fashion and say, I've been Dave Keeffe. You've been amazing. I'll see you in the next one.